too.
Hey everybody. Well, I guess the other day was the National Day of Look at the Sky and Do Nothing at the White House, and President Trump decided he was going to give a speech. I'm sure it was the greatest speech ever made.
Please, thank you very much. What a day, what a beautiful day, and our country is doing very well.
Can't start off a speech without telling everyone how well the country is. Go ahead, pat yourself on the back, Trump.
You'll see some very good announcements very shortly. It's wonderful to be here on this glorious spring morning as we celebrate the National Day of Prayer at the White House in the Rose Garden.
Look, we're on planet Earth. We breathe oxygen, and I know things.
I want to thank Vice President Mike Pence and Karen for joining us. Very special people. Thank you very much. We are truly blessed to have a Vice President and a Second Lady who believe in the power of prayer and the glory of God. And they do believe.
Oh, we are. I didn't think honoring someone that believes in electroshock therapy was something to be cheered for. But then again, I don't think we should be cheering for someone because they believe in a magical being that killed millions of people either.
I'm with them a lot. They believe. Good. Thank you, Mike. Thanks also to the members of the cabinet who have joined us today, along with so many amazing faith leaders from across the country, including my good friend Paula White, who's done such an incredible job. Paula?
Yeah, let's honor one of the worst type of Christians, those that teach the prosperity theology and that many believe is a heretic. High five, Trump.
Paula, stand, Paula. Thank you, Paula. And the president of the National Day of Prayer, Dr. Ronnie Floyd.
Oh yay, another Christian. Except this one believes in global evangelism. ISIS. I'm going to skip this a little because he just names a bunch of other non-important people that I really don't care about.
As we gather this morning, our thoughts also turn to the memory of a man who awakened the light of God in the hearts of millions of America's pastors, and that's the great, legendary, wonderful Billy Graham.
Ah, yes. The man that stated the role of wife, mother, and homemaker was the destiny of real womanhood, and that homosexuality was a sinister form of perversion. Legendary.
Great man. Great. So, Sissy, I want to thank you for carrying on your grandfather's incredible, towering legacy. Today we remember the words of Reverend Graham. Prayer is the key that opens us the treasures of God's mercies and blessings. Always beautiful. And when he said it, it meant so much. When I say it means something, but I liked when he said it better.
It means something because you're a hack and no one fucking believes a word you say, except for the individuals that want to be so right so bad that they would rather see this country destroyed.
Right? I think he did that a little better than I do. Reverend Graham's words remind us that prayer has always been at the center of American life because America is a nation of believers.
Prayer is the center of American life, really. Not hard work or bloodshed, just prayer. We prayed away all the British. We prayed our civilization into existence, not expending one drop of sweat at all. Yeah, we are a nation of believers, but that doesn't make it right, nor does it make it true.
So true. The prayers of religious believers helped gain our independence, and the prayers of religious leaders like the Reverend Martin Luther King, great man, helped win the long struggle for civil rights.
Their prayers did all this? Holy shit. Why did he even march and protest? Why did we even fight the British? Hell, why did I even deploy to Iraq? I should have just prayed to return home. Oh my God. Why do we even have hospitals? Imagine all the money we could save if we could just pray. No, you moron. Real action accomplished that shit.
Faith has shaped our families, and it's shaped our communities. It's inspired our commitment to charity and our defense of liberty.
For some, it may have. But if those people need faith in order to do those things, then we have deeper problems with the human condition. I do those things for the sake of doing them. I don't need any faith for that.
Identity and the destiny of this great nation that we all love.
If this is true, then the destiny of our country seems pretty bleak to me if we only rely on faith.
Americans of faith have built the hospitals that care for our sick, the homes that tend to our elderly, and the charities that house the orphaned, and the minister, and they really do. They minister to the poor, and so beautifully and with such love.
Yes, because all those institutions are built upon the grand idea of faith in God, and not a profit motive or a genuine want to provide a better life to other human beings. We all do these things so that we can get into heaven. What a self-centered concept. Minister the poor? Then you vote idiots in that destroy social policies and benefit the wealthy in our country. You make it illegal to feed the homeless and put anti-homeless barriers on windowsills so that they have no place to sleep. These churches don't have the poor or homeless hanging inside all day and provide them with a place to sleep. No, the homeless just collect outside asking for money.
We are proud of our religious heritage, and as president, I will always protect religious liberty. We've been doing it.
At the expense of limiting other people's liberty. Yeah, good for you. Persecuted Christians, boo fucking who.
We've been doing it. Last year on this day, I took executive action to prevent the Johnson Amendment, a disaster, from interfering with our First Amendment rights.
Why is this something to be applauded? Do people not understand the Johnson Amendment? Well, pull up a chair. It's time to get educated. Its objective is to restrict the involvement in partisan politics of organizations that wanted to be exempt from paying taxes. Under the Internal Revenue Code, all Section 501c3 organizations are absolutely prohibited from directly or indirectly participating in or intervening in any political campaign on behalf of or in opposition to any candidate for elective public office. Contributions to political campaign funds or public statements of position, verbal or written, made on behalf of the organization in favor of or in the opposition to any candidate for public office clearly violate the prohibition against political campaign activity. This really isn't about free speech, but protecting the integrity of our elections and maintaining the separation of church and state. The church is meant for the care of the soul, which is why they get tax-exempt status. I'm fine with these institutions wanting to participate, but you must lose your tax-exempt status in order to do so. Why would anybody from the LGBTQ community want their tax dollars to fund an organization actively trying to advance anti-LGBTQ policies? But what Trump says here is misleading. He didn't get rid of the law. He can't under his authority. In fact, his executive order only said that the Department of Treasury should be lenient in these cases. It leaves a lot of wiggle room to be ignored, and the law is still the law. But his followers will not research this. They will just take it at face value.